All right, y'all. Welcome to Channel 49 News Break. We got a very special guest with us tonight, and we're talking about what are we talking about tonight, man?
Well, prevent the shutdown of Morningside Middle School.
Yes, sir. First of all, man, tell us what's going. Kind of give us the backstory about what's going on with that.
Well, this past week we heard that the Fort Worth Independent School District was hosting a meeting at Morningside Middle, and it was to consider the bond election.
Mm,
And one would think that they were going to use that money to help upgrade Morningside. But we heard through the grapevine that there was a consideration of shutting down Morningside Middle.
mm-hmm,
And when we went to the school, it was found to be true that
mm-hmm,
the Fort Worth Independent School District is considering shutting down either Morningside Middle or William James Middle.
mm.
Um, and that meeting is, I think, scheduled for the 28th. So as long as Morningside is being considered to be shut down, we believe we have to do everything in our power to push back.
What do you want the residents, the community, to do? What can the
Well,
community do right now to prevent this from happening?
yeah, now
Because
it's time to organize.
we at Channel 49 Newsbreak did get a chance to talk to the person that's over PR, and she was saying that right now they just having a listeners meeting. What would you like to say about that?
No, see, well, they're having a listening meeting for a policy decision that has already been voted on and is under consideration. And the
Mm,
policy decision is in. They're not being candid or forthcoming. Let's just say that from the beginning. That Pastor Tatum is saying the Fort Worth Independent School District is not being forthcoming and fair to the parents of Morningside, to the
mhm,
businesses of Morningside, to the churches and the community and neighborhood of Morningside. Because the policy is William James and Morningside is up for consideration to be closed.
mhm,
And that
mhm.
on May the 25th, the board is going to decide whether it's Morningside or William James. So now everything else they're saying to you should have happened before it was up for consideration, right?
You're right. You're
They
right.
should have had listening sessions before they made that decision. So therefore, you're not being transparent and you're not being truthful, and therefore you have no trust in
Mm.
your process because you leave us out every time. We've been shortchanged since 1964, 60 years of being shortchanged in Morningside, the neighborhood of Morningside. And we are under the belief, as history has shown, if you close Morningside, you kill the community.
Mhm.
William James has Poly High School over there. William James has Texas Western University. Someone made the suggestion that they turn William James and work collaboratively with Texas Western University and create a lab school over there. That's a splendid idea. But you
Mhm.
don't close Morningside in order to uplift William James.
Right, right. I definitely agree with you on that. So let me ask you this: if they do decide to close Morningside, where the students going to go?
Well,
Let.
they're talking about busing the kids. That's an excellent question. They're talking about busing the kids from Morningside to William James. Now,
Mhm,
this is what's going to happen, just like it did when they rejected putting a high school over here.
mhm,
Once you in when I was in school, once you reached the ninth grade, you had to decide what school you were going to go to because there was no school in Morningside.
mhm.
So you went to Polytech, Eastern Hills, Dunbar, ODY. So that split up our community at the ninth grade.
Yes, it
Now
did.
they're talking about splitting up our community at the sixth grade. Now, if splitting us up at the ninth grade create the lowest life expectancy in Texas,
Mhm.
what do you think splitting us up in the sixth grade is going to do?
What do you want? I got to ask you this, man, because we know the school district have definitely have been following my news break. What would you like to say to them right now?
Uh, take Morningside off the table for consideration for closure. and then sit down with us in the community, because we have an ideal model
Mhm.
of a 21st century learning environment that not
Mhm.
only help the children, but help the parents and the community do well.
Right.
Time out for that one size fit all model, because it has literally, now this is the issue that the Fort Worth ISD is going to have to come to grips with, okay?
Mm.
That they have mismanaged millions of dollars within that Fort Worth Independent School District. And
Mm.
because of their mismanagement, they are now running a deficit, and they're wanting to kill off communities.
Mhm.
And if you kill off Morningside Middle, you kill that community. Anytime you build a community, goes back to the beginning of colonialism. You start with building a church and a school, one for learning and one for character. And you build your community around that. Well, the
Let's
schools have excluded the churches in many regards,
mhm.
and now they're ready to shut down the schools.
Let's talk about this, man. What is the parents saying? Are they angry? Are they frustrated? Are they confused? Talk to us about what the parents are saying. And I know
Yes,
they be at the meeting.
yes, and yet, first of all, they've kept it from the parents this whole time. They had not sent out a letter letting them know back when they voted, before they voted, that before they voted that they were under consideration.
Mhm.
Parents should have got a notice then. They have no regards for those of us in Morningside community.
Mhm.
And we have to deal with that. But the good news is the law is on our side.
Mhm.
Those parents, all of them, civil rights are being violated. If they close that school down, the economic wherewithal in that community would die out, dry up and die out. And you can't tell me anything else you create without the inclusion of the community is going to survive. It's not going to survive.
Mhm. Wow. Well, I tell you what, man, thank you so much for taking out your time talking to us here at Channel 49 Newsbreak.
Well,
Uh,
we want to invite you out and everyone else out tomorrow night at 6 o'clock in Mount Rose as we begin to organize a
mhm.
community response. See, there's no,
Right.
and then whenever you're reacting, you are at a disadvantage. But if you know what you're doing, you can recover. So we're at a disadvantage right now,
Mhm.
and I put a lot of this at the uh foot door foot footsteps of Wallace Bridges. He's the representative of the community, and he hadn't told us anything.
Mm.
And so we have until May the 28th or 25th. Don't quote me on that date, but the next school board meeting in May, they're going to consider this. You may find that out and let us know. We'll
Okay.
find out tomorrow. But our number one objective is to uh, prevent the shutdown of Morningside Middle and reconfigure the educational model in Morningside so that everybody can learn and earn and save, invest, and protect our community.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, man, thank you so much for taking out your time talking to us here at Channel 49 Newsbreak. And for those who are tuned in to us right now, you can also check out the full interview of Kyev Tatum right here on YouTube. So for those who don't get a chance to check out, because you won't be able to check out all of it on Newsbreak, so you'll definitely be able to check out the full interview. And that way you can go ahead. Because I know last time, man, we talked about it, we had over 4 to 5,000 people all over the Fort Worth, Arlington area that was asking, "Hey, what's going on? What's going on?" That's the reason I had to go on and do this interview with you, man, because so many people have been asking about, say, "Man, what's going on?" After we put it out there last week, we got floods of phone calls to people asking what was going on.
Well, it's the meeting's going to be at 6 o'clock Tuesday, April the 16th at 6 p.m. in the Kirk Franklin Chapel at the Mount Rose Missionary Baptist Church, 2864 Mississippi Avenue, Fort Worth, Texas 76104. The zip code with the lowest life expectancy in Texas. If we have the lowest life expectancy in Texas right now, Just imagine what will happen if they close that school.
Hmm. Yeah, you're right, man. And matter of fact, you keep us posted on that.
We'll do. Thank you, brother.
Man, thank you. All right, man.